Hello. I wanted to do a quick video talking about the community violation system that YouTube has. And this, I'm coming at it from a couple of ways. I am in the middle of reading the like, comment, and share a like, comment, subscribe inside YouTube's Chaotic Rise to World Domination by Mark Bergen, which gives you is giving me kind of a little bit more of it's recounting sort of a lot of the crashes, the train wrecks that YouTube has gone through, various the ad apocalypse, Logan Paul, PewDiePie's various eruptions, all these things that have shaped how YouTube has tried to adjust its moderation, or what its view of moderation is on its site. It's YouTube very much started off as like, oh, we're just going to be free speech, anyone can say anything. But that got changed. That got changed by all these eruptions, also by just kind of the flourishing of misinformation, whether that's medical or political misinformation that has been kind of flooded YouTube. And they've trying to come up with a system to take care of this. And a part of it is, I think, just the culture. YouTube being a Google company, Google is very much about, if there's a problem, let's throw the machines, let's throw computers at it, let's throw algorithms at it. We want to automate this. We do not want to employ what would have to be at this point the most gigantic army of people in the world to vet or take a look at videos. It's just, and you can see from their point of view, just like the numbers are staggering about the number of videos that get uploaded a day, the amount of content, this content here. But what that has resulted in is somewhat of a black box of automated systems that regulate what you can say on YouTube. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I think, people would agree with. There's things like, oh, no nudity, or you shouldn't have nudity on YouTube, though that apparently had issues from the beginning of the computer not being able to distinguish between different, having a flesh toned suit on, or various things where it wouldn't recognize, would accidentally would flag something as nudity when it wasn't. And also what's come very clear is that very straight, you get the sense of a lot of very straight programmers programming stuff in about LGBTQ plus content and stuff where they flag it as sexual if anyone's just talking about, being a gay person, or being queer in the society. And, just using words like queer. Oh, is that going to get this video flagged for content? I myself had issues, not on LGBTQ, but I reviewed a book, The Code Breaker, on this channel, which was talking about genetic editing. And in a long version of it, I mentioned that illness that has so vexed us in recent times, this being 2022. You can do the math on what large illness I might be talking about. But it was apparently the combination of that, and talking about that, and then somewhere else talking about, medicines that we could use to combat that. All that together got me flagged. I honestly, I was reviewing a book that had nothing to do with that illness or anything else, but it was a long review where I kind of rambled all over the place, and that got me a warning. And I'm follow a wonderful creator, Jesse Gender. They did a long documentary lately, just recently, and it's something that, where she they ended up getting they ended up getting their video yanked, removed, and got a warning for doing a community standards violation. I think, and it was over nudity, sexuality, which completely flummoxed them. Didn't, of course, like with my video, it was just like, that's happened, review your thing. And it's like, but I don't know what thing. And you're left kind of trying to figure it out yourself. I made an appeal. I wrote in the little box of what I don't think there's anything here. I don't know why I'm getting this. And it was denied. And that was the last I ever heard of it. And for me, it was like, yeah, I had done multiple versions of the same review. So it was like, okay, well, the other ones haven't gotten flagged. So I just used actually a better, shorter, more concise version of that. That actually, I think I filmed afterwards, and I made sure I did not mention the stuff that I assumed that I got flagged for. And the review was, I was able to release that review. Jesse has like a 4-hour video. That is their business. That is how they make a living. That constitutes like hundreds and hundreds, I'm sure, hours of work on their part. Whereas, my video is yeah, it was like, 4, 5, 6 hours of, if you count reading it, probably even a little bit more. But, it wasn't a big deal to me. And they weren't particularly, it wasn't something, it was like, it was a review. It wasn't something that particularly meant all that much to me. I'm doing this more for the process of trying to learn how to be a better reviewer, not the actual end product that I think that maybe 4 people are going to watch. But that there was that. Roz at Scally Dangling about the books also did a review. Not a review. She talked about queer Victorian poets, and her video immediately got yanked as being something that was going to be inappropriate. And you do wonder. It's like, okay, I think there may have been bad actors in the Jesse's video, because that was a video that's definitely engaging with another creator who is probably got people who would definitely sick and try and make as much trouble for them as possible. But I think for in Roz's case and in my case, it was like, no, she'd put out that video and no one got a chance to see it. It was immediately flagged. Whereas I think mine took a little while before some algorithm did find it and zapped it. So but I do think there is a thing of like, wow, the good thing about YouTube is they don't particularly care what you put on their website, on your channels, but they do have stuff programmed into a computer which, while it doesn't care, if you tick enough boxes, you're yoinked, and there's precious little chance that you're going to actually be able to appeal to that. I mean, someone like Jessie Gender, they have, oh my God, how many? They have 176K subscribers, whereas the channel I posted this on, which is this channel, I had 6 subscribers. Roz has probably 1,000 subscribers or something like that. We're super tiny minnows. Jesse may be able to actually talk to people within YouTube and get things, actual human beings actually look at stuff. But yeah, it's there. Reading, like, comment, subscribe really gives you a sense of like how much YouTube, from an advertising point of view, they care about what's on their site, but in another way, they don't care, in a very kind of disinterested, we've programmed it into the computer and the computer will decide, and only the greatest outcry is going to have anything else redressed. So it must be very frustrating for somebody who depends on this for the livelihood, because that's it's completely out of your control, and can honestly feel very arbitrary, and in some ways is, because I do get this. I do have the sense that YouTube is trying to really hone things, so the algorithm is as intelligent as possible in trying to discern what stuff, like, we want this to be not as toxic a place, but at the same time, um, uh, if it goes so conservative that they're just nailing randos like me and Roz, it's just like that's really, that's not going to be great. That's not great for YouTube. But I mean, YouTube has survived. I mean, these are bulk numbers. Even if they alienated Jesse and every single one of the people who is Jesse's subscriber, that is not even the slightest fraction of a dent in the numbers that we are talking about with YouTube. And it's a global concern, and that's just, yeah, it's both amazing and it's also a little bit kind of frightening in a way. All right, I don't think I actually had anything actual to say here, which is good for me to just put this on my own channel and hopefully not get a community strike. Hopefully, by saying community strike, if I say it another time, I probably will get one. So I won't say it again. I've been Jay. More videos later.